got yourself something funky.
Hey, folks, how's it going?
I've just realised why I can't catch you dancing.
Why?
The second I click on your little logo there and I put you live, you see it comes up that you're live.
Yep, it tells me.
Oh, well, I'll stop doing that now.
Well,
I was sat there, I was watching you boog you in, I went click and you went push.
You out. You now have proper lighting.
I have right, yeah.
Yeah, I made you light yourself properly. Ha!
You did.
I win this one.
You won. But, yeah, no,
Hey, folks.
I'll find another way of catching you dancing and booging away.
Yeah, one day.
I will find a way.
In the meantime, you want to see what I got for you this week?
I do. But I also want to know where you've been because last week I sent you a message apologising that I couldn't make it.
Yeah.
And then I remembered.
I'd said the day before or something that I couldn't make it.
Yeah. So you weren't going to be there anyway.
I was off watching a bunch of anime films.
So that explains where he was last week and me being a div.
But we're all back. Everything's going nicely this week. And I managed to pick up a few local things. So this first one, had to grab it because of the name. Ta-da! Tabasco sauce. Not to be confused with Tabasco sauce, which is Mukoheniko. This is by Dip It, and it's clearly a knockoff based on the misspelling that everybody seems to use online. So, very curious about this. This just came from my local Indian supermarket, the Continental chain stores, whatever they are. There are, of course, other supermarkets available, but I don't know which will and won't have this.
I'm interested to see if it is anything like a Tabasco sauce.
Well, the picture on here is of American onions, which I'm pretty sure are what the Tabasco pepper was originally bred from. So, very curious. It doesn't say what chilies go into it. It just says that they're aged, and it's 18% chili, mostly vinegar, a little bit of salt, a little bit of xanthan gum.
Pretty much similar to Tabasco.
Yeah, basically the same ingredients, as long as the chili's the same. And then we have pour it, lick it, dip it written all around here. Oh, let's crack this heat shrink off and see what it's like. This is my first impression of this one. Normally I open them up and photograph them first, but I figured this one you'd want to see the heat shrink and you'd want to really see what I think of it the first time I have it. So it's got a little bit of thickness to it, but that definitely pours quite well.
When
Possibly
you're
a tiny bit thicker than Tabasco.
I don't know if it's your camera or if it's just the way that it's tilting or that. Do you know the sauces that you get in the gift packs from B&M?
Yeah.
It's looking very much like that type of consistency and colour.
Yeah, I think it has a bit more chili than those usually do, but yes, it is looking quite similar. Oop.
Very similar.
Oh, the way it stuck to the neck there, that last little drop, that wasn't boding well. This seems like it might be quite heavy on the xanthan gum.
What does it smell like?
Mostly vinegar, but there's definitely some aged red pepper in there.
It's reminding me of very lot of those.
Got a little bit of a woody pepper smell, so could well be those pekins. Yeah, that's definitely vinegar forward. Definitely has some salt to it. Hard to say what the pepper is in that because it is so vinegar forward that, but I can taste the red chili.
Does it tell you where it's produced?
That's a good question. Manufactured by ITT Foods PVT.Ltd. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Garangi Industrial Area, Karachi. Product of Pakistan. There you go. So probably not the same place as the B&M ones, but...
Well, it isn't because they're all made in China. And
right.
It seems to have followed the same type of recipes. And
Yeah, this is sort of it's a cheap Tabasco knockoff. It seems like it doesn't taste quite like your standard Tabasco, but I mean, I can sort of see how that's basically just a cheap facsimile of Tabasco.
Well,
Sort
going
of
off the
somewhere
cough.
between that and the B&M stuff.
Yeah, going off the cough, that reaction that you gave, it was like the
Yeah.
B&M stuff.
I wouldn't say it's as vile as that gift pack stuff, but I mean, it's not as good as Tabasco, and Tabasco's not a high standard. I wouldn't
Used in
say.
cooking, Tabasco is not too bad. As
Well,
a
used in
sauce,
cooking, this would probably be all right as well.
fair enough.
But I mean, a lot of that vinegar would cook off, and that's the main thing, is it's very vinegar.
But you usually vinegar and salt forward when you come to them ones.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the first thing I had. There are a few more things, all of which came from my local chili shop, the Chili Shop in Leeds.
Oh, brilliant
And the
place.
first
You've
of
got
them,
to check it out.
this is somebody you'll know.
Anybody want to tag the guy?
Oh,
James Haskell?
Mr. Haskell?
Yep. Yeah, anyone want to tag James?
Going off the bottle and it's already open.
Melvin says that the last one was fermenting slowly inside a rusty fridge freezer. I don't think it tasted quite that metallic, but at the same time, I can believe that. But yeah, this one, I'm sure it'll be a lot better. And in fact, I already know it's a lot better, because look at that.
I was going to say, going off the bottle, it's already
2
been
hours
nibbled
ago. And I'm that far through already. So yeah, let's pour a spoonful of this, show you what it's like.
Mr. Haskell is watching.
We need it back on camera. We can't actually see the pour.
Oh, sorry.
See, now that looks more consistent of
Yeah,
the sauce.
yeah. This is, you can tell this is mostly chunky pepper.
That looks like
Ooh.
it contains goodies.
So this is 36% chili.
What is this?
And the chili that he's used,
Doesn't look
he
like
says
one
are
I've had. What is
pepper
it?
picante peppers. So the proper name of the pepper is the Malawi picante from Africa, but pepper Jew is the brand name that it's commonly sold under.
Well, there's a guy in the group called Aaron Cook who swears by something called a Kambuzi.
Oh, the Uber Tuber Kambusi.
And every time I see that, I am massively curious about that Kambuzi. And recently I've actually seen a Kambuzi sauce. So I think we're going to have to throw Aaron a message and see if he can get hold of some.
Because I don't think I've seen anybody use that name for the pepper before, because I'm pretty sure that's the same pepper as the Bishop's Crown, the Friar's Hat, the Mad Hatter, that sort of thing.
I'm not sure, but
yeah, that's worth looking
back
into.
onto this one.
Yeah, this one, it's 36% pepper Jew, it's Malawi picante, it's then bell pepper, a little bit of vinegar, the cider vinegar in there, but as you can tell, not making me cough, not very noticeably vinegary at all. It's also not very hot. This is a really mild one, but with a bit of onion and garlic, a lot of nice spices in there, a fair amount of ground coriander, and some smoked paprika. And the pepper in it it's sweet, it's lightly fruity, it's not tomato. There is no tomato in this, but there is a sort of tomato-y element to it still. And this goes gorgeously in a pasta sauce. It's going to go great over my tacos in the next few nights. If there's any of this left next week, I will be amazed.
When you were reading the ingredients out there, I was sat there thinking, it sounds like it needs to go over Swedish meatballs.
I could see that. I could see that.
Just on a sausage sandwich. It sounded like it would actually just go on a sausage sandwich.
They put berries in them with the meat.
Didn't know that.
And yeah, the little bit of fruitiness in the peppers in this would go great with that. Definitely. Definitely. And also my dad had it over a sausage sarnie tonight and was impressed there as well.
Right. Whenever it goes, if it beats the sausage sandwich test, it's a winner. It's just a northeastern thing. If it works on a sausage sandwich, we instantly give it credit.
So yeah, the thing I'd say about that one is if you're expecting heat, don't bother, but great, great flavor to it. Then, rather hotter one. This one's more ghost pepper based, though it has a little bit of chipotle and a little bit of unspecified chili in it as well. This is, what's he calling this? This is just his horseradish sauce. And you can see from the color, you can see there's a little bit of oil there. So you can see that this is a creamy oil blended one. And yeah, let's show you how it pours. First ingredient is in fact olive oil. Come on, you can do it.
Coming out, I see it coming down the neck already.
Yeah, but then it's stopping at the neck, so
That's the air plug, just because it
yeah.
that's it.
You can see that glisten, you can see that's thick and creamy.
It's like laying down ice now.
Yeah, it very much is. And you'd think, being a mix of horseradish
This
and
is beautiful on rib eye steak.
strong chili, it would hit me instantly and make my nose run, but it doesn't.
It's not heavily on the
dry,
horseradish.
It's earthy, it's a little bit creamy, it's a little bit nutty almost. But the horseradish is definitely in there, and I'm definitely feeling it at the upper back of my mouth, sort of near where that nasal passage is. But it takes a long time to build. Possibly the oil holding it back, I'm not sure. But yeah, once it gets there, you can tell that the ghost pepper's in that. That does have some serious heat to it. And it does feel quite horseradishy. But because it's such a strangely long horseradish burn, you don't get that serious kick that sets the nose streaming. Even if you do get a lot of intensity.
When I'm looking at that, I'm just thinking big bowl of salad, little bit more olive oil, chuck some of that in, little bit of lemon juice.
Oh, there's plenty of lemon juice in this already.
It's all already there.
So yeah, all you'd need is a little bit of oil to thin this out. And yeah, it would make a great dressing for all sorts of things.
What else would you suggest that one with?
Well, I'm seeing someone suggest mashed potatoes with this, and yeah, I could see that.
Mashed potatoes, yeah, that would work. Mashed potatoes and cheese together with a bit of that in.
Oh, yeah, with the cheese, definitely.
So on the top of your shepherd's pie.
Ooh.
Right.
Gotta give that a go.
I think that one might be the winner tonight, like so far.
Well, the final one we've got is, this is a brand new company. About 2 weeks ago, this product debuted. This is contains nuts' chili peanut butter. And I'm going to read the ingredients for you first.
Think that peanut butter
before I
would
tell you
contain
anything else
nuts.
about it. This one contains peanuts, 93%,
Peanut butter.
chili powder, 7%, and salt, trace amount.
Who would ever have thought that peanut butter would contain nuts?
Yeah, I know, right? But that's what they actually named the company. And I'm going to show you that if I can, before I put any on my spoon. So you can hopefully get a good idea of how it glistens before I disrupt the surface.
It looks quite runny. You might want to mix that
Oh,
up
it
a
looks
bit.
incredibly runny until I stick a spoon in it and suddenly it all thickens up.
Yeah, so you might want to give it a mix. That looks
See?
better.
I didn't have to mix that at all. It's just, it gets a lot thicker once the spoon's been put in and it's disrupted the surface. And then if I leave it a little bit, it starts to run off the spoon again. Very non-Newtonian. But, yeah. I'm going to do a spoonful of this, and hopefully the reaction will be as impressive as I think it's going to be.
Well, I did actually think you were going to put it on something, or we usually have tea time with Corin where he pulls out crackers and party snacks. And
No, I didn't bring anything this time. Yeah, it's got a good dark color to it that really shows off the amount of chili in there. And it looks like the chili might have been roasted or something. And interestingly, oh, I'm starting to really taste the chili now. And I can tell you, 7% chili powder, it says. This is not your average chili powder. This is Carolina Reaper. And yeah, you can see I'm quite red now.
Yeah, you seem to be taking a moment to get your breath back.
Yeah. It's not the sudden kick again because there's a lot of oil in the peanut butter because of how peanut butter is, how peanuts themselves are. It is a slow build to that Reaper heat, but it's getting me now.
And the best
And the thing about
about
peanut butter is you can't get rid of it once it's in your mouth.
So it's coated your mouth. It's in every area. It's coating your throat. There's not really much you can do about it now.
No. Yeah, as Stu points out, it's not hitting me in a way that produces hiccups, which is interesting because I was expecting it to. But my tongue is on fire. And
This is the
the back of
reason.
my mouth and all over is as well, but especially the tip of my tongue.
This is the reason why when you pulled the peanut butter out, I thought you were going to actually put it on bread. I didn't think you were just going to swallow a mouthful of peanut butter.
I was just going to show this off as was. But yeah, this one, I've talked to the owner of the shop. He told me about this when I picked it up, so I knew what I was getting into with this one.
2 seconds for interrupting you, dude. Supreme Eats over on YouTube. That's it. Can you hold it up for them?
This contains nuts is chili peanut butter, which is actually Carolina Reaper peanut butter, but nothing on the label says it. And apparently, the guy who runs the shop, Frank, did talk to the producer and said, yeah, you can't use this labeling. And the producer totally agrees. Just the people who made the labels for them clearly didn't get the message. So it's going back. It's hopefully having a new label sometime in the near future that actually says Carolina Reaper World Record Chili on it.
I think it probably would benefit from a new label.
Because, yeah, you can't... You look at that, you expect something with a tiny bit of heat to it. You don't expect 7% the world record chili.
Other than that, to just state that it contains nuts and it's Carolina peanut butter. Excellent product. Back to the marketing board for the label.
Yeah, and it's interesting because it starts out a nice sweet peanut butter, really rich, full of the nuts, full of that. I guess the sweetness must be natural because there's no sugar in here apparently.
And the bonus
it gets a lot more savory as the Reaper comes through, and you really taste that fragrant, super hot flavor.
He's gone for the milk, so yes, it is quite warm.
Oh, it's very warm.
I can't read James Nixon's comment. You can read it yourself.
Yes, I can see why. That's not a thing to read out. I mean, it's technically true. There is a surprise kick, and it's in a jar of peanuts.
So yes, it was technically true.
But even so...
Technically, you could put a kick in every nut.
Yes. The heat doesn't stay away long. The peanut oils really do lock it in your mouth.
I've noticed by the amount of milk you're managing to go through.
So yeah, I'm sure you'll ask me, so I'm going to say it. I think this one's my favorite of the bunch today.
Now that was your favorite.
Ridiculously usable. But I understand that you're more interested in this one.
Because it's a little bit different. I don't see many horseradish sauces about. There is a few.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of white sauces, which are usually horseradish based.
Oh, okay.
But still, them the few and far between. So yeah, I do have a little bit of a more interest.
The only other horseradish one I've seen with a serious amount of chili in it is Stephen Dixon Hot Pods is Rampage. And that's very different to this one. Because this one's, it feels like horseradish, but it's a long, slow grow, and you really taste the horseradish in it. Whereas, yes, you taste the horseradish in Stephen Dixon's, but also you get that nice, gentle pea and I think it was pear flavor to it. And the kick is immediate, and it really does get me streaming. It's not a slow, delayed one like this is. Both great horseradish sauces, but completely different.
Completely different, yeah. But like, see, we don't see many horseradish based sauces about. It seems to be limited towards Britain, really, because you don't see much of them about.
No, I feel like here in the UK we like horseradish rather more than they do in the States. I'm not sure, but it certainly seems to be here that I see it more. Possibly because it goes so well with the roast beef and stuff that's traditional here.
Is it Ammo in America that do the white one? What
I
was
think it was, yeah. The
It's like a
Ammo.
Was that-
really white sauce in it.
It was really, really white.
Yeah.
Anyway, have you got any more sauces to show us?
No, that's all I've got to show you this week, but I'll be back with plenty more next time, don't worry.
What are you planning on going anywhere over the next week, and are you just doing your online shop?
No, I've got no journeys planned, but I've already placed my order and it should be with me shortly, so.
Ooh. Don't give us any clues, because I like to
No,
find
no.
out when the time comes.
You'll find out.
Go on and give me one clue who you're ordered from.
Oh, no, I'm going to tell you who I've ordered from. I tell you who I've ordered from, then you're just going to go look them up already. But it's not going to solve anything.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I'll
then
give
where's
you
the
that.
fun? Where's the surprise?
I'll give you that.
I can tell you that it involves something that's rather hotter than it used to be, and also a rare fruit.
Doesn't contain durian.
Oh god, no. I do have a durian sauce, but I mean, I
Somebody
can't really
put
show
sauce
that
with
off because they
durian?
stopped producing it. It was a limited edition that I happened to get the last bottle of.
And somebody actually made a sauce with that stuff. Okay.
Oh, you want me to go grab my durian sauce? I can show you it real quick. I've not opened it yet, but I'll show
Go
you
on
the
and give us a
bottle.
look. Go on and give us a quick look. Oh, is it mew? Stu Walker says there's plenty of rare fruits in Nuke.
So this
has a
one is
point.
Brighton Hot Stuff, who you'll see also made a lychee one in the past. Their lychee one was a gorgeous blend of the floral fruit and the lightly fragrant yellow habanero. This one, it's also yellow habanero based, but it's durian as well. And I'm a little skeptical, but I'm also very, very curious. So you'll probably see that over on my blog sometime.
I was going to say save that one for another day, because I think that one might need an entire show all of its own.
Quite possibly. Oh, Facebook user here has tried their kimchi sauce. Yeah, their kimchi sauce over a macaroni cheese or something. Absolutely gorgeous. And also, if your burger's a bit too dry, it adds a wonderful tangy juiciness to that.
What I could have done with my sausages the other day, they went very dry. It was like eating little bits of cardboard. Cardboard and sawdust was what they were like. James is wanting you to try the durian one now. So,
I'll try the durian one, but not right now. That, as Lucy here has said, should be its own thing.
it really does need to be its own little full, so you get time to sit and do a full write-up.
Yeah.
And take it
I was
seriously.
thinking I might just do a write-up of it, but no. I
we
think
want a video as
my
well.
reaction.
Yeah, we do want a video reaction as well.
Yeah.
We want the full write-up and the video reaction. Well, it's something we don't see, is it? How many people have seen durian in a sauce?
What is durian? Durian is I think it's Chinese, the fruit? Or certainly it's popular in China.
It's an Asian fruit, yeah.
It's about the size of your head. It's really spiky. You open it up and it's this interesting custardy thing. You've got something like 4 seeds in there and they're all surrounded by this slightly gooey yet firm substance, sort of yellow custardy thing. And
Custardy thing was the best way you described it.
James says smells like sick. It's also known as the king of fruits and the vomit fruit because the smell is known to make people throw up. It's banned from public transport in Asia.
It is pretty. But apparently, it doesn't taste nothing like it smells.
No. I've had durian. It's got a really weird taste to it because, yeah, it's creamy. It tastes a little bit like melon, a little bit like onion, a little bit like popcorn, and just really peculiar.
And sometimes I'm glad I never got past the smell.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. I had to have it outside in my garden so as not to make the entire house smell of it. And the guy who lives in my basement was very interested. And so I said, oh, I'll just leave it there for you. You can have a taste. He went out a few hours later and I asked him how it was. And he said, well, I couldn't get within 6 feet of it.
But you've still got to realise that is
I told him how bad it smelled. And he just said, oh, don't worry about it. I have no sense of smell. Apparently he went within 6 feet of it and had to leave.
Without no sense of smell.
So, yeah.
But that is a processed sauce that's been turned into, so it won't be anything like the actual raw opening.
Well, once it's cooked, a lot of that aroma is going to cook off, hopefully. But I'm also really interested because I think it would be a great thing to have as a challenge sauce. Get a durian sriracha, have all that strong garlicky smell, all the smell of the fruit, make a real challenge for some people.
Shush, Stephen Dixon might be watching.
Shush.
He is watching. Oh no. Yeah. Anybody gets challenge V5 and it contains durian, he's responsible.
Oh, have we found out what's in the 4 yet? Because I'm very curious about that.
You're having nothing to do with it.
Oh
yeah, unless you're the tester, then that would be different.
Oh no, don't make me test the chugs. I cannot do the chugs. I've tried, and every single time I have a sip and I am dying.
Yeah, they are pretty... But I struggle with the white lightning, so... So you definitely got nothing else you want to show us like a durian fruit sauce.
Well, I've showed you the durian fruit sauce already. And yeah, this was the last bottle that they had. I was going to do this with a friend who I've talked about, who I tried my durian with before to see how it worked in a sauce. But I couldn't get him a bottle. This was the last one they had. And obviously we can't meet up and do it. We couldn't meet up and do it because it was the middle of lockdown. So I've just been saving this to try sometime. And we'll see what happens. But yeah, maybe
on, then. Okay, then. Since you pushed, we'll see what happens.
But yeah, not right now.
Oh.
No. It'll be its own video, as you say.
We nearly got him, James.
I'll see you for that. I'll see you again next week.
You will do, dude. See you later, dude.
Hey.
Boom. And that was Corin the Spice Street Floss, you Chilli-heads. Lucifer's son. And no more out of temptation would get him to do that durian. But we'll get him next time. I'm out of here, guys. See you later. Bye.